श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वसादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna,
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Krishna,
हरे
Krishna
राम
Krishna,
राम राम
Hare
हरे
Hare,
हरे।
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hare.
Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So happy to see everybody. I welcome all dear devotees on behalf of ISKCON Mangaluru Kulai Temple and Namanisha Prabhu by paying obeisances under the lotus feet of Radha Govinda. Today is one of the most auspicious day, in our Vaishnava Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya. One of the most important in the sense, we have different gurus, right? One is Pada, the Pradarshak Guru, one who shows us the path. Then we have Shiksha Guru, who teaches us. See, somebody will tell, Mataji, Prabhuji, will you come to ISKCON? I will take you, like it happened with me in Bahrain. One of the Matajis and Prabhujis, they only asked me, will you come to temple with us? I said, yes. They took me to ISKCON temple. Slowly they asked, do you mind eating prasadam here? No, not at all. Prasadam is who will say no. Yeah, I will happily eat. And that's it. That was the beginning of coming into Krishna consciousness. So they are Pradarshak Guru. After that, we start attending class. Bhakti Vriksha classes are there. Daily Bhagavad Gita class will be there in the temple. So I started going daily, then started attending Bhagavad Gita classes. And, their language wise, they will have Bhakti Vriksha classes. Then I got attached to the Tamil devotees. Then every week, one day, there will be Bhakti Vriksha class. And what I started conducting in our home also. So like that, who used to take class in the Bhakti Vriksha class, and so many classes we attend, they are our Shiksha Guru. Then Shiksha Guru can be many. Generally, Pada Pradarshak Guru is one who for the first time introduces to Krishna consciousness. And then we get our spiritual master, that is our Diksha Guru. That also can be only one. In 99.9%, it is only one. Okay. Now, like that, Acharyas are very important in our Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya. Brahma Gaudiya Madhvacharya. We are following the parampara of Madhvacharya. Then, in the same parampara, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. He introduced this Achintya Beda Beda. We are one at the same time, different from the Lord. So, okay, whatever it is. So, gurus are very important. Acharyas very important. Vaishnavas are very, very important. That is what it teaches us, correct? So, in that parampara, if we see Haridas Thakur, Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki jai. So, Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki. Who knows who is who is Haridas Thakur? See, Panchatattva we know. Panchatattva, one Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, Krishna, then Nityananda Prabhu, Balram or Adisesha, first expansion of Krishna. Then we have Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya is none other than the Shambhu, Shiva Tattva. Then we have Gadadhar Pandit. It's none other than Radharani. Then we have Shiva Acharya. He is Narada. So like that, next comes our Haridas Thakur. So who is Haridas Thakur? Hare
He is
Krishna.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Guru, I think so.
No,
He belongs to,
Mataji.
he's a Vaishnava saint, and he followed Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. That much I know.
Okay. Mahaprabhu's guru is Ishwarapuri. Ishwarapuri's guru is Madhavendrapuri. So Madhavendrapuri, if you all remember, Radha Madana Gopal, he came in as a dream and told, I am here where I am. And Madhavendrapuri went also. Radha Madan Mohan stole Kheer for Madhavendrapuri. Madhavendrapuri thought, in this Kshetra, I am told that Kheer is very, very famous. And he was worshipping that they were taking Kheer over there. He thought, see, this kheer, if I am able to make in the same manner, how can I please the Lord? Like that he was thinking. And he cursed himself like anything before it is offered. How can I even think of, having, tasting that, honoring that, we should say. So it is very wrong. He cursed himself and he ran from there and he was literally cursing and he started meditating upon the Lord, asking for forgiveness under the tree. That time, all over, the temple was closed, everything over, but the Lord has stolen one pot and kept it behind the curtain. He went into that Pujari's dream and told, like that one Madhavendra Puri is sitting there, he wants this kheer, I have stolen, you right now go to the temple and see. So this is Kheer Chor Gopinath, you might have got. Okay, that is different, that's a different story. So Ishwara Puri and Madhavendra Puri. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Guru and Guru's Guru. Okay. See, you all remember Brahma Vimohan Leela? Brahma thought, oh, this boy who is eating prasadam from Gopa's mouth and putting it into his mouth, he cannot be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He thought like that and he got bewildered. He took all the Gopas and he took all the cows, etc. to his Brahmaloka. Brahma's one day. So in one day he took them, kept them there. Again he came, again he kept. So one day evening came. So Brahma had let me go and check whether they all are looking for the gopas and cows. But the Lord understood this. So that means his one day means our 1 year, is it not? So he thought, he came down to see what is happening. Since Krishna knew about this, he expanded in as many forms as possible, as many cows, in the same manner, as many gopas, with the same attitude, with the same emotion. Whatever the dress they were wearing in the morning and went for grazing the cows. Same way, absolutely no difference in whatsoever manner. So he expanded Krishna. And as usual, as if nothing had happened, they all went home back. And you know what happened? All the mothers, though their gopas were very old, they started feeling like, I want to feed my child. Like that they were feeling. They could not understand why I am feeling like that today. And even all the cows, they ran and they wanted to feed the cows and all because they thought Yashoda is so blissful, she is so lucky, she is able to feed Krishna like that and all. Even the cows were once thinking, I want Krishna to drink my milk, all those things. Anyway, their wish also was fulfilled and Krishna expanded because he wanted to teach a lesson to Brahma. So Brahma came, saw everything. He got a doubt. He again went to his house, means Brahmaloka. He saw all those people are in the unconscious form. They are sleeping over there. And he asked, it has to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He came down and he just, there are a lot many pastimes related to this, Balram knew about this, all those things are there. But still, to cut it short, and Brahma came and he fell flat at the lotus feet of Krishna and he started crying like anything. How I could not understand you, my dear Lord. It is all my, bewilderment. So, like he asked for forgiveness. What happened? Krishna actually wanted to punish him in the sense always, Krishna or like Krishna's devotees. If they punish, it becomes a blessing, One small example, Narada Muni. Narada Muni wanted to punish this, what is that? Who is that? Nalakubera. Right, he wanted to punish them because one day Narada Muni was coming. Nalakubera was so intoxicated and without any cloth, they were drinking and dancing in front of Narada Muni. He got so wild. He said, without dress, you want to, stand, you will become a tree because trees don't wear dress. So he said, you will become a tree. And they became the Amalarjuna tree at the backyard of, at the courtyard of Krishna's that palace in Gokul, and Nanda Baba's house. So, it became a blessing, no? Finally, Krishna liberated them. Damodar Leela, at the end of the day, on the day of Damodar Leela, the Mother Yashoda tied him in that vocal and he ran with the vocal in between both the trees. The vocal got stuck and the trees were uprooted. Why we are telling this? Whether Krishna or Krishna's devotee, if they curse, it is a blessing. So similarly, and Brahma wanted curse. Please punish me, punish me. But the Lord told so many options. But Brahma said no, that and all, not at all a punishment. So to fit this kind of activity, what I have done, what he has done actually, he separated Gopas from Krishna for one whole day, Brahma's day. That means for such a long time, isn't it? So Brahma's one day is equal to 4,32,000 of Kali Yuga, multiply 10. Multiply 10, why? 1 Chaturyuga. Chaturyuga is 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. 10, right? So 4,32,000 multiplied 10, multiply 100 is Brahma's one kalpa, one day. Okay. So for those many years, I separated them. And, like he was really fit. In fact, Govardhan Leela, if you see, this Indra brought everybody together under the shelter of Govardhan, everybody, including the calf and cow, everybody came together. But here he separated. He said, whatever curse I get, whatever punishment I get, it's not sufficient for me, my dear Lord. Then finally the Lord tells, okay, in the next Kali Yuga, when it comes, you will become you will be born in a Yavan family, Muslim family. You will be born when I come. That is Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga, Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, Haridas Thakur is none other than Brahma, who was born in one of the Yavan family. That's why he was a Muslim, right? But still, Neha Bikramana Shosti. So he remembered everything. He was only chanting. In a day, he used to chant 3 lakh namas. So you all know the beautiful story of Haridas Thakur. Is it not that who is that? Who is that king? King sent that lady, all those things, But even before that, he could not, the king, Khan, could not tolerate this. Yavan family person, he is reciting Harinam, and no, he has to be punished like anything. 21 marketplaces. He was like that, we call it a chatai. A big, this thing will be there, like they used to hit at their back also. No, these things are Tamoguni tapas. You remember yesterday we read, right? Pulling the chariot with the one tip of that rope in the tongue or hooked at the back, in the skin, things like that. Okay, so they were hitting him like anything. What was Haridas Thakur? Actually, Haridas Thakur did not get even one Nishana was also not there, Why? Why, Because Haridas Thakur was thinking in his mind that, oh, Mahaprabhu, please don't punish these people. It is because of their ignorance they are doing. Don't punish them. If you punish them, they will not get your mercy. Please. So he was praying like anything to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that don't punish. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will punish if they hit his devotee. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to stop win-win situation. What did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do, He was protecting back of Haridas Thakur and all the, what do you call that, wicks, he got at his back. How? Once in Shiva's Acharya's house. Shiva's Acharya's house is known as Shiva's Angan. In that big corridor in his house, there's a big corridor. And in that corridor only, every day in the night, Harinam Sankirtan used to take place. So one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told them to bring Haridas Thakur. So at that time, Kirtan was going at the peak. Everyone was jumping and dancing, everything. At that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed his Krishna Chaturpuja form. So everybody, whoever was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, what they call pure devotees, they could see, not everyone of them. So at that time, he was telling, so many times it had happened. He used to tell, like Murari Gupta. Murari Gupta So one day he told Murari Gupta, hey Murari, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in ecstasy. So he told one pastime of Rama. And like that now, he told Haridas Thakur. You see, he showed his back full of, chatai, that stick, not stick, it's a rope. They were hitting, it was there. And Haridas Thakur cried like anything. He fell at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he really cried like anything. Okay, this is one of the pastime you might not have known, but Mahaprabhu is so merciful, isn't it? And when Haridas Thakur, actually, okay, one more small little thing we will do. When Haridas Thakur finally, when Mahaprabhu went to Puri, and finally Mahaprabhu was in Puri, and because he wanted to, every now and then Mahaprabhu used to go from Mayapur, every year, not every now and then, every year for that Rath Yatra. And Mahaprabhu never used to go inside to have the darshan. He used to stand outside. We say, no, that is stupa. And he used to stand near there only and he used to have darshan. Why, because the Haridas Thakur and who is our Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan Goswami had a very bad disease, full of blisters, when he ran away from Nadia, West Bengal. And he had to come to Puri. So on that pathway, it was all full jungly, that, what do you call that, thorn trees, plants were there. Those days, no vehicle, no, everybody used to come by walk only. 1 month it used to take from Nadia to Puri. And after the Rath Yatra, they all used to go back also. So that time, he got that, some milk type comes from some of the trees. And if that touches, we get bad disease. Like that Sanatan Goswami got. But Sanatan Goswami used to hide from when nobody is there. He used to hide and go and have darshan from the same place. Similarly, Haridas Thakur, he was a Yaman family. He was not allowed to go inside. So Mahaprabhu also never used to go inside. He said, my devotees are having darshan from here, outside, I will also have from the same place. So like that he used to have. And he used to every day go to Haridas Thakur's house with the prasadam, because Haridas Thakur never used to come in amongst devotees. And he used to give it to Mahaprabhu. Daily Mahaprabhu used to have prasadam with Haridas Thakur there in his, actually, Swarup Damodar. When all the people come from Nadia, Mahaprabhu used to tell Swarup Damodar, so many devotees are coming for Rath Yatra, you have arranged here, like that, separate places he used to tell. But for Haridas Thakur, not like that. A separate house, only for Haridas Thakur. Nice arrangement. He used to give special instructions. So Mahaprabhu also used to go there and have prasadam there. In fact, once, what happened? That is why yesterday somebody asked, no, Vaishnava can we become? Yeah. I think once Viraj Prabhu also asked and Vamshidhar Prabhu asked, can he become Vishuddha Sattva? You were asking, no? See here what happened. Haridas Thakur, Srivas Acharya's house, Shraddha ceremony took place. After the Shraddha ceremony, the Brahmanas are given the first, that prasadam, right? And they used to call it Vishnu Pattal. And they are supposed to sit there and that food offered is, it is believed that we are offering to Vishnu directly. So there he used to offer it to Haridas Thakur. People used to totally, not only offend, what you can talk ill about Srivas Thakur for this act. What they used to do, in the night, the Sankirtan, everything was going on in Srivas Thakur's house, no? That people, neighbors, were very jealous about Haridas Thakur. They used to bring that skull, etc., keep outside Haridas Thakur's house, and that bone, etc., and like some of the, like from the Shmashan graveyard, they used to bring and keep, and they were talking ill about him. See, you all are thinking he is doing some nice work in the night. No, this is what he is doing. He is worshipping Kali, he is giving Bali, etc. in his home whole night. Haridas Thakur said, Titikshva Karunika Sugrda Sarvabhutanam Ajada Shatrutva Shantavaga Sadhu Bhushanaha. 6 abhushan. for that sadhus we have now. So Haridas Thakur was, no, yes, he's telling the right thing. I am doing that only. He used to surrender every. Who will fight against him and all other people? Why to waste time? So it's same way. Haridas Thakur was invited for this Vishnu Bhoga. People were really talking ill about him. For Haridas, for Shivas Thakur, he's a great Vaishnava. Haridas Thakur used to do nothing other than chanting the glories of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So for him, he was the greatest Vaishnava. So, so many, we can go on talking about Haridas Thakur. Like that yesterday also, Vaman's also, no? Vaman Dwadashi. What was Lord's mercy upon him? The Lord gave him Sutala, that what is that, lower planetary system. He told him that I will guard your place and he will have my darshan every day. What a mercy of the Lord on his devotees. Like that's why we need to be pure devotees. That's all. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Like Haridas Thakur's glories, we can go on and on and on. Hare Krishna. Hari Hari Bol. So yesterday we left in this verse. We will continue. See, Acharyas are like, more than Krishna wants us to talk about Acharyas than glorifying Krishna himself. We all know there's so many verses are there, no? Ananyas chintayanto mam yejana paryupasate. That is a Chipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shanti nigachati. Kaunteya pratijanigi name bhakta pranashati. Wo Kaunteya, go and declare to the world that my devotees will never perish. Why he told Krishna? Krishna would have told, my devotees will never perish, because Krishna doesn't bother breaking his vows, his promises. He may promise and he will break. One of the best example is what? I will never touch the weapon. I will not take weapon in this Mahabharat war, Kurukshetra war. And all he said, no, what happened? Because to make Bhishma's words come true, to fulfill Bhishma's vow. Oh Krishna, you see, tomorrow I will kill all the Pandavas. Otherwise, you see, in that process, I will make you to take the weapon. Oh, he thought, my devotee has promised that I have to take weapon. So next day, Krishna took the weapon. What was the weapon? That is a chariot wheel. He took the chariot, removed the chariot wheel, and he ran towards Bhishma Pitama to just annihilate him. And then Arjuna caught his feet and he did not leave. Oh, Krishna, for my sake, I don't want the world to talk about that you don't fulfill your promises. Then, okay, Krishna was so happy. Bhishma was also, muskura rahe the vina, Krishna smiled at 4-5 occasions in that Dwapara Yuga. Anna, one he smiled at when Kunti prayer was going on. That time also he smiled. And here also he smiled. And Vishwavidama also smiled at him. Both understood what was the message. That's the beauty of the Lord. So we read this verse yesterday. Satkaramana pujartam tabodambena chaivayet kriyate tadiha proktam rajasam chalamadruvam. Hare Krishna. Ananya Mataji, I saw right now, but she's not there, I think. I saw her joining in between. Okay, Asha Mataji, can you once again, yesterday also you only read it, I think. Can you read the translation, Mataji, to continue the flow?
Those ostentatious penances and austerities which are performed in order to gain respect, honor, and reverence are said to be in the mode of passion. They are neither stable nor permanent. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Because they are doing it for their pride. Nama, what is that? What is that? Mana Puja. It is known as Man Puja. Where it comes, if you know that, glories. We did one session, if you all remember, the glories of Harinam. In that, after the 10 days were over, we read what are the beads. What is that? What is it known as? 1 second. Bijam, Kutam, Papam, Pijam, Kutam. When they sprout, when they come, in that we have read. There are so many weeds in that Bhaktilata garden. These weeds, hinder the growth of the Bhakti Lata. In that, one of that weed is Satkara Man Puja. Satkaram is that we want people to worship us. Worship in the sense what? To glorify us. There is nobody like you. How happy we feel, na? That kind of honor people want to have. He did that 1 week, what do you call that? That Saptagam, Bhagavatam Saptagam. What all he did, such great preachers came. Preachers, I used the word. I did not use the word like, who are come in the parampara, acharyas or Vaishnavas, I didn't use. Preachers. Why? Because these preachers are doing it for earning their livelihood, bread and butter. They preach it for their pride. You really won't believe, so many people, when we perform that Shraddha ceremony and some rituals when it has to take place, the Pandits come home, I finally told my husband, let us stop all these things, because we have been doing it. After coming to ISKCON, slowly and gradually we are trying to stop it. But sometimes it happens for family people, at least for Shraddha we have to. And those people who come, they want to do this puja, that puja, in this ashram, that ashram. And they print, what do you call that? It's like invitation. They call so many people, they go to everybody for donation, and they call so many people and give prasadam, etc., everything, but nothing is offered to Vishnu. And the kind of advertisement they make, really, it is all for their own honor. I want people to recognize me. I want people to talk about this act. This person did so much. So like that. This is known as the what is it? Rajasaguna. Okay. Yes, Hare Krishna. We read this. No, we didn't read this. Yeah, yes, Mataji, continue this slide also. We'll finish it fast.
Penances and austerities executed to attract people, receive honor or respect and worship from others are in the mode of passion. Such persons are arranged to be worshipped by subordinates, letting them wash their feet and receive riches. Hiranyakashipu performed austere penances to become immortal and kill the demigods. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, who is really an acharya, they never let the feet to be washed. But at the same time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everywhere in all the scriptures it is written, to become a great devotee, there are 3 things required. Mainly, Bhakta Pada Duliyara, Bhakta Pada Jal, Bhakta Uchishta, Venikati, Teen Mahabal. These 3 things give us Mahabal. Narada Muni, how he became Narada Muni, being a son of maid servant, because wherever that actually, it is Chaturmasya, which is going on now during the rainy season. Rainy season, these Vaishnavas do not travel, because those days they used to travel by walk only. They had to cross many forests, etc. All those creatures, they come, and it is very dangerous during that time. Also, when it rains heavily, they will not be able to keep their journey in perseverance, right? So what they used to do, they used to stay in one place, Chaturmasya. So they stayed in one of the Gurukul in one village. There is Narada Muni's mother was working over there. And so Narada Muni's mother was serving the Vaishnavas. And when after they used to wash their feet and their Uchishta is the remnants. Remnants, what was left. Narada Muni used to take permission. Without permission, we should not. He used to ask them permission, and he was hearing the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead from the, in English we say, from the horse mouth we say. Who are the ones who can glorify the Lord? The actual Vaishnavas. Just now we saw, one who is doing for earning bread and butter, we should not. So, but Narada Muni was so blessed to have all these things. So that is why it's a nice 3 chapters in the first canto about the Narada Muni, how he became. Vyasadeva himself asked Narada Muni, "Oh Narada Muni, how did you become Narada?" And being a maid servant's son. So Narada Muni glorifies like anything, the Vaishnavas and Supreme Personality of Godhead also. So why I am telling this is we have to hear from the Acharyas. We cannot hear from anybody. So this washing the feet, etc., everything, these three teen mahabal. In bhakti, these three acts give us lots of spirituality. It helps us to progress in spiritual path. But Hiranyakashipu and all used to tell, come, wash my feet. Even Devatas, come, have this as Charanamrita. Like that he used to order. That is in the order. Passion. Yes, Ritvika Mataji, Hare Krishna. Go ahead, Mataji. Next one. Charity in the mode of. What happened? It's not written. Charity in the mode of. Yeah. In all three modes. Okay. Yajna, Dana, Tapa. We were reading, you know. So we saw the Tapa. We saw the sacrifice already. Now we are seeing the Dana. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The divisions of faith takes 20 charity and goodness. Charity and goodness as a duty at proper time and place to a worthy person, given out of duty without expectation of return.
Hare Krishna. So we all know, no? We don't expect Naishkarmya. That is Nishkama Karma. Without expectation, we have to do number one. And yesterday also we saw in that austerity also. Yesterday we saw sacrifice. Sacrifice also we saw it should be done as a duty. What is duty? Whatever Vedas have prescribed, we have to do. It is our foremost duty to follow Vedas. But not as a fruitive activity. Fruitive activity means a fruit. We are attached to the result, not. And what is it? Deshe Kale Patre. Desha at the right place. Kale at the right time. Patre to the right person. Deshe Kale Patre. So there are all these things at the right. Same thing. Akale, apatre, that it comes, it is known as mode of passion. One example, giving charity for, so many, you go to any ISKCON temple before the Rath Yatra, there used to be a scanner, there will be board. For Rath Yatra, we offer prasadam to so many lakhs of people. Yeah, it happens. Just we were in, where is Mangalore, no, this time. So many, I mean, one full truck prasadam will be there. And the Rath Yatra comes before, after the Rath goes in the front, trucks. Everywhere, every shop, every house, we distribute prasadam and go. So for that we ask for charity. That charity is in the mode of goodness. But at the same time, that Rotary Club and so many other things are there, where you put my big board in your Rotary Club, my name, fame, my photo, etc., everything. I know some temples. In those temples, you won't believe, the tube light is there, no? Under the tube light also, the person's name is written, donated by. How mean people are. Tube light. Under the tube light, in bold letters, it is written that this sponsored by so and so. And people say, they construct any Devata's temple, etc. So they say 1 square feet. And they will say, you should, one big board will be there, big board at the entrance. All those who have contributed 1 square feet for this construction. These all are mode of passion. And mode of Tamaguna also we will see, and then we will proceed, continue like anything, okay? There it is giving charity to some liquor shops, or slaughterhouses, poultry farms, all these things are at the mode of ignorance. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, continue, Ritvika Mataji. Datavyamiti yaddanam dhiyatenupakaarine deshakale cha patre cha tat danam satvikam smritam. Yes, Mataji.
That gift which is given out of duty at the proper time and place to a worthy person and without expectation of return is considered to be charity in the mode of goodness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. For book distribution also, I have mentioned before. You remember, we get it sponsored by some people. Like if a Bhagavad Gita book is maybe 300 rupees. Okay. If somebody is sponsoring one book, book distribution, Mela or wherever behind the Rath Yatra also we distribute books. So what happens? 15 books are there. If somebody has sponsored for this, some amount divided by 15. So whatever is the discount, we give it to the people we distribute. You give only 200 rupees and take this book. The book may be costing 300 rupees, but it was sponsored by somebody else. So these all are the mode of goodness, the charity mode of goodness. Continue, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
About charity should be given to spiritual activities. No spiritual advancement, when done indiscriminately, may be done to the poor only on grounds of compassion, done on pilgrimage or
Eclipses. So tomorrow is
eclipses.
eclipse now. During eclipse time, if possible, chant Bhagavad Gita, chant Harinam, austerity, whatever austerity we do at the time of eclipse. So during the time of eclipse also we can do. That is pilgrimage, all that dham, we call it as, yes, Mataji, end of the month.
Or end of the month, or to a qualified Brahmana or Vaishnava, or in temples very auspicious. Should be given without any expectation. Even aspirations for heavenly planets should be followed by regrets. Should always be done in the mode of goodness only.
Hare Krishna. What is it should be? It should never be followed by regrets. See, somebody comes home. They are asking for, Janmashtami, give some donation. Okay, they came and approached your father or mother. You are at home. Your father called you and told, just to give 5,000 rupees for them donation. They took donation happily. They gave prasadam. ISKCON people never take any charity without giving prasadam or a small book, Prabhupada's book. So they took it and they went. After they go, the son is scolding the father. What? In front of them, you called me and told me to give this much of a regrets. Okay? We should never regret. That is known as in the mode of goodness. This all happened during COVID. We all might have known, right? Yes, who is next in the line? Vamshidhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Go. Oh, Loknath Prabhu is there. Sorry, I forgot. Loknath Prabhu, continue, Prabhuji. यत् प्रतिपकारार्थं फलम् उद्दिश्य वा पुनः धीयते च परिक्लिष्टं तदानं राजसंस्मृतम्.
Bhagavad Gita 17.21 यत्तु प्रत्युपकारार्थं फलम् उद्दिश्य वा पुनः दीयते च परिक्लिष्टं तद्दानं राजसं स्मृतम्. But charity performed with the expectation of some return or with a desire for fruitive results or in a
grudging mood.
Is said to be charity in the mode of passion.
These are the things for Facebook and what do you call that? Instagram, something, for those things. Yes, Prabhu, continue.
The division of faith, text 21. Charity in the passion, charity in passion, expectation of some return, desire for future results, guarding mood.
Yeah, okay. Continue, Prabhu. Adesha kale yaddanam aprabhyecha dhiyate asakritam avajnatam tat tamasam udahritam.
Adesha kale yaddanam apatravyascha diyate asakritam avajanatam tattamsam udaratam.
Tamasam udagritam. That means it's in the mode of ignorance. What? Adeshe akale apatre. Not to the right person, not at the right time, not at the right place.
And charity performed at an improper place and time and given to unworthy person without respect and with contempt of charity is the mode of ignorance.
Okay. See, there are so many people who are drug addicts. If we give something to them, it cannot be known as charity at all. How can we? All those people, if you give any charity to them also, I am telling you, it's my personal experience. In New York, so many people keep sitting like this only, and they will be mostly unconscious. If you go and give something to them also, my grandson went and gave them some food. They They open it and see if it is a good. Yesterday we saw, no, that like offering prasadam. If it is something like prasadam, they don't even touch it. For them, it is like that fungus one you saw, that sandwich, etc. Like that only. Like that only they take. We should never give to these people like that, isn't it? Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Loknath Prabhu. Vamshita Prabhu, continue. At impure place, improper place. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. We are not able to hear you.
Mataji, give me
Ah.
1 second. Eating banana prasadam.
Okay, okay.
The
Divisions of faith.
next charity in ignorance,
Mm.
and impure place at improper, no proper.
Time, improper time.
Okay, improper time. No proper attention, not unworthy person.
To unworthy person, no
Okay.
proper respect. Yeah. So all these things are in the mode of ignorance. Continue, Prabhu.
Om Tat Sat iti निर्देशो ब्रह्मणास्त्रिविधाः स्मृताः ब्रह्मणास्तेन वेदाश्च ज्ञानश्च विहिताः
Yajnascha.
यज्ञाश्च विहिताः पुरा.
Pura. Om Tatsaditi Nirdesho Brahmanastrividha Smritaha. Trivida. Three. What are they? Om Tat Sat Iti. Three. Tat Sat Iti. After every chapter is over, we say no. And Trivida Smritaha. Brahmanastena Vedascha Yajnascha Vigda Pura. Yes, Prabhu, continue.
From the beginning of creation, the three words Om Tat Sat were used in indicate the supreme absolute truth. And these three symbolic representation were used Brahmanas while chanting the hymns of Vedas and during sacrifice for the satisfaction of the supreme.
Hare Krishna. So generally Veda mantra starts with Om. Om Purnamadam. Om we start. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaga. Right? So any Veda mantra we take Om and Tat Sat. That is, we have that now. What is that? Another one. Tat Sat. No, I'm not getting. That is the eternal, then the knowledge, then the bliss. What is that? What is that word?
Swaha.
No. Eternity,
And
then knowledge.
Swaha, beginning of the
No, Swaha Prabhu. 1 minute.
Tattvamasi.
Correct. Tattvamasi. No, that is also one Vedanta Sutra.
Tatsada.
That is bliss. Finally, it is bliss.
Satchidananda.
Hari Bol. Thank you, Mataji.
Satchitananda.
Yeah. Thank you. Sat is eternal. Chit is knowledge. Ananda is
happiness.
it's like that. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hari Bol. Yes. Continue, Prabhu. From the beginning of creation. Same it is, right? Just now. Yeah.
Same Mataji.
Okay. For the satisfaction of Supreme. This is what is very, very important. Whatever we do, we recite the Vedic hymns, etc., everything for the satisfaction of Supreme. Yesterday you saw that verse, you remember 1.2.30. Atapumbir dvijasresha varnashrama vibhagashaga swanishritasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. That is what is for the satisfaction of Supreme. Continue, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
All penance, sacrifice, charity, and food are divided into three types of based of modes. Hence, all of these are conditional and contaminated. Only when aimed at the supreme Om Tat Sat, they elevate one spirituality. All charity, sacrifice, and penance should be done uttering Om Tat Sat. Qualifies the performance to be in the mode of goodness, spiritualizing them. The Krishna consciousness enabling one to return home back to Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. So actually, when we say Om Tat Sat, what is the actual meaning is, just now we saw, it is for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So automatically a person who starts with and ends, who starts with Om and ends with Om Tat Sat iti, it shows the humility. It is a process. Is it not? Humility, amanitvam, adambitvam, all these things are process. So one follows the process, abhideya. That is what. And who will do that? Who understand the relationship, who understand the sambandha. So it is all the science, is it not? So we know the sambandha of our eternal relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And these yajna tapa are the right process which helps us to achieve the goal. The third is what? Prayojana. Sambandha, abhideya, and prayojana. So that is why a person who does anything, yajna dana tapa, in goodness, they are in the right path. They follow the right process and they will definitely achieve the prayojana. What is it, prayojana? What did Krishna tell in 10th chapter? Ahamajnanajam tamaha. He said, I will dispel the darkness from your heart by lighting the lamp of knowledge. Right? Teshamevana kampartam ahamajnanajam tamaha nashayamama bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvata. Jnana deepena, the light of knowledge. So obviously, in goodness, if you are there, the Lord will see that we go to Vishuddha Sattva. That is what is very, very important. The process, everything in order to transcend from lower modes to higher and higher to higher and the highest. You say no, guhyatam, guhyataram, guhyatamam. So like that, even today morning, what did I learn? In one of the class, they said, after Vaishnatva, three things, same way they compared. Brahmanaha, Brahmanatara, Brahmanatva, like that. So that the Vipra stage is middle and the Vaishnava stage is the highest stage. Brahmana, Vipra, and Vaishnava. So there also three steps are there. The Brahmana is knowing the Vedas. Vipra is one who follows it. And Vaishnavas they have transcended. They don't know anything. They see everybody equal. That is Vidya Vinay Sampane Brahmane Havi Hastini. Shuni Brahmane Havi Hastini Shuni Chaiva also Shwapaka. Dog also the dog eater. They see everybody equal. Pandita. Even the Pandita, dog eater, Havi, elephant, cow, dog eater, equal. They are Vaishnavas. They are the Uttamadhikaris. Neophyte, Kanishta, who knows only the Lord. They don't respect the Vaishnavas or the devotees. They know the Lord, they go to the temple, they put something, like one of the lecture I heard. A person, when he goes to the temple, he goes with the mood that, okay, I will put 100 rupees in the hundi and come. By the time he reached the temple, and when that hundi he is supposed to put, he is in the mood of taking one 10 rupee note. Okay, he can put a 10 rupee note in the purse. And when it comes out, 1 rupee coin will come out. So these the neophytes, okay. Madhyama Adhikaris, they know the Lord also, they know the Vaishnavas also. But they are not in a position to defend. When some arguments, etc. comes, they are not able to defend. In the sense, they are not able to give the right references from the scriptures, etc. But at the same time, when Uttamadhikaris, they can, but they are not able to preach. They know all the references, but they are unable to preach. Why? Just now I said, they see everybody equal. They think, oh, they all are equal. Same Paramatma is there. They also know this. Oh, I don't have any eligibility to teach them, preach them. Or they already know it. Like that they think. So when they have to preach, they have to come down one level in order to preach. Okay? Hare Krishna, so beautiful these Shastras are. Yeah, Viraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna, continue Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Tasmadhomyatyughakritya yajnadana tapakriyaha pravartante vidhanoktaha satatam brahmavadinam. Yes, Prabhu, continue.
तस्मात् ॐ युद्धाहृत्य
Ityudahritya.
यज्ञदानतपः क्रियाः प्रवर्न प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्ता
Pravartante. Pravartante.
प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्ता सततं ब्रह्मवादिना
Satatam, continuously. Satatam kirtayanto ma. So always that Om we say no. Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. We say no. We are supposed to say without his permission. Nothing can move. We will not be in a position to. I was thinking of that only for the past 3-4 days since the wedding time. You might have seen the background. Different days I am taking from different places. I used to be saying Om Krishna, Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu, like that. I start to think today I should not have this problem, that problem, like that I thought. And thank Krishna, today's the last day. All are leaving today. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.
Thus the transcendentalist undertakes sacrifices, charities, and penances, beginning
Beginning.
always with Om to attain the supreme. Om iti etat brahmano nedistam
Nama.
nama indicates the first goal. Om
Means
means Vishnu. It is placed at the beginning of Vedic hymns to indicate the supreme goal. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. So anyway, anything we do, we have to take the Lord's name first and then we have to know. So that is why. So we have to first Om. That is the reason. Om means what? Vishnu. Just now we saw. So hereafter, whenever we say Om, we should meditate upon Vishnu form. That is what is Om is. So when we start any work and we meditate upon the Vishnu's form, rest of the things he will take care. We don't have to endeavor at all. It becomes his work. Isn't it? Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Any doubt if you are having, we can stop. Otherwise, we can continue this verse. Anybody having any doubt? Like you can raise your hand. If your hands are there, then we will start. Okay, yes, Prabhu, continue.
Ma'am, I have doubt.
Acha, you have a doubt. Okay, so we will 25 onwards, we will start, tomorrow. No problem. Anyway, tomorrow, one more day we will have. So tomorrow, very few verses are there, no? With the Lord's, Krishna's mercy, almost all Bhagavad Gita is over by tomorrow. 25, 26, 27, 28. Only 4 verses are there. We will also revise 17th chapter. It's a great, big journey. 18th onwards, it is
tomorrow Sunday.
Oh, tomorrow Sunday. Sorry,
We will
Prabhu.
continue in Monday.
I have forgotten days. I have forgotten dates. I have forgotten months. Really sorry. So tomorrow, 4 o'clock, we will all attend Bhagavatam. I think last time Mataji took till 3rd verse, right? Nigama kalpatarur galitam palam. That verse she took, if I remember. So the first 3 verses are so important in Bhagavatam. So important. And these, they will definitely revise also. Whoever is going to take, I have not seen the message. So first 3 verses, please keep learning, keep learning every day. You take a printout of first verse, second verse, and third verse. You put it wherever your sight keeps falling and learn that. After that, you see life will change. Krishna will give you the memory. Krishna will give you the golden opportunity to learn these verses. Okay, because the first verse, it starts with the Brahma Vedanta. Vedanta, what is that? Vedanta, that is the formula, sutra. That Vedas are, we know, but all the Vedas, people told, we can't read the Vedas within the short period, etc. So all the Vedas were given like small phrases, we say, what is it? There is one phrase, when the sun is shining, something, make use of the time. And so many phrases are there in English. No, I'm not getting anything.
Vedanta Upanishad Sutras.
That is the formula. It's only one phrase comes and that gives the whole meaning of that particular Purana, Upanishad, like that. Okay, that the first one is Atato Brahma Jignasa. That's the first Vedanta. First one. Second one is Janmadasya Yatonvayat. That is a verse of first chapter, first canto, first chapter, first verse. Janmadasya Yatonanvayati Taratas. So, like that, the 3 verses we should learn. Yes, Hare Krishna. Viraj Prabhu, go ahead. What is your doubt?
Hare Krishna. Ma'am, here it is written that Om means Vishnu. But since my childhood, from my family, I have heard that Om means Shiva. So, ma'am, how
There
to
is no
whom
difference
should I
from you keep whoever says what. We should not get into and waste our time in this argument. They said Shiva, okay, no problem. There is no other person like Shiva who performs the devotional service. Shiva's name, Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Parvati ji asked Shiva, the whole entire universe meditate upon you, my dear husband. All the time you are meditating upon somebody. Who is that? What did Shiva say? That is a Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu. So don't worry about it, okay? Shiva or Vishnu. As long as when you worship Shiva, you have to ask for only one thing, not material thing. You are Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Vaishnava, the best Vaishnava. There's no other Vaishnava above him. Just now we saw who is Vaishnava, who always think about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who always worships the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we should ask Shiva. Shiva is Asatosh. Whatever he asks, he will give. So what should we ask Shiva? Oh, my dear Lord Shiva, please give me Krishna Bhakti. That's all, Prabhu, no problem. Remember Shiva. But ask Shiva to give you the remembrance of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay? Is that fine, Viraj Prabhu?
Yes, ma'am. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hari Hari Bol. In fact, ISKCON, we celebrate Shivratri, that Lord is decorated like Lord, Krishna. There we decorate like Shiva and we chant, we do all the puja. Why? Because Lord Shiva only will easily give us that Krishna Bhakti. Nobody else can give. It's a Shiva Tattva is nothing less than, it's only because he is in the mode of Tamoguna. That is why he is next to Vishnu. Otherwise, he has got all the qualities. See, there are no 64 kalas. 64 kalas, Lord Krishna has got 64. Then, Lord Vishnu has got Narayana. Narayana has got 50. 4 kalas he doesn't have. What are those? We all know. Venu Murali, anybody knows the 4 kalas?
Venumurali, Rupa, Inka.
Rupa Madhurya, Murli
Rasa
Madhurya.
Madhurya.
Then, yeah, okay, Leela Madhurya, correct. Leela Madhurya. Prema Madhurya. Vishnu is all alone, Krishna is always situated by devotees.
Lord Shiva has 56.
Hari Bol, yes, Prabhu. Lord Shiva has 56 and Brahma down
50 only.
50. Exactly. Hare Krishna. Hari
But
Bol.
nobody discriminate between Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. There are Narayana, Lord Vishnu, none other than only Supreme Personality of Godhead only.
Yeah, we discriminate just because of that. Vishnu is Guna Atit. But Lord Shiva is in charge for...
That's why he is praising. You are always in Vishuddha Sattva. That's why Mataji, because
he
is Shanta Swarupa, he is Madhyamurti.
But he is in charge for Tamoguna. That means he comes a little bit in the material platform because gunas are
there are three qualities, right, Mataji? One is Sattva or Vishuddha Sattva.
Yes.
Lord Brahma owns Rajas or Rajasika Tattva.
Because he is in
Lord
creation.
Brahma owns Sattva Guna.
No.
Brahma is Rajo, passion.
Who told her Sattva? Where it